What's happening, you guys? Alright, today it's the day after Election Day. Wednesday, November 6th. Alright, so we're on our way to pick up a load right now in Olathe, Kansas. We're heading northbound on I-35 at the moment toward Kansas City. Olathe is in between here and Kansas City. Wait on this guy to go by. Anyway, it's my second load off of home time. What was the last thing I did? I think Salinas or something. Yeah, I want to say a delivery. I mean, a pickup in Salinas might have been the last load I vlogged. So got home. Ended up doing getting my appointment, my medical appointment done and stuff. We ended up going out and watching a movie too. White Bird, yeah, that's the name of it. It's all right. I mean, it was a good movie overall. I wouldn't call it up everybody's alley though, for sure. It's I wouldn't call it the most entertaining movie, but if you're into history in any way. It's basically a fictitious account of basically what happened during World War II with the treatment of the Jews through the lens of a young girl who basically survived an attempt by Germans to capture her and her family. Anyway, that's not what we're. I don't want to talk too in depth on that anyway. But yeah, I mean, it was. If you like history, though, it was a pretty decent movie. Just don't go there expecting a bunch of action and entertainment, you know. But anyway, so we're on our way to Olathe to pick up a Smithfield pork load. I've been there a number of times. I even just vlogged there a couple of times in the last few months. Now we're back again. Hopefully don't have any problems this time like we did last time. I think last time I was delivering a load. Let me get this zoomed in. Last time I was actually delivering there, and I had, when I left there weren't any empties, so I had a Bobtail out of there, and then it turned out our drop yard had no serviceable empties, and it was a mess. Anyway, that was all talked about in a past vlog, so we'll keep, we'll just kind of refresh on that. Alright, so let's talk about the adventure of this that first trip off of home time. So I ended up picking up in Colton at the Walmart Distribution Center again, and delivered that one this morning in Pauls Valley, here in Oklahoma, down in Oklahoma. Now, it's a bit of an adventure, I guess I would say. So first, if you haven't seen my TikTok, I was at the TA in Eloy for my first 10-hour break. I got tired and just ended up deciding I'll just bed down there. I took I-10 across because I was concerned about snowy road conditions and crashes possibility on I-40, which is the way I would have normally gone. But anyway, I'm in Eloy, Arizona at the TA, and I'm using a restroom, and this guy in there is like freaking staring at me hardcore. I'm like, I don't know what the story was. I don't know if he was wanting to undress me with his eyes or something else, but he was seriously creeping me out. I was going to say, check out the TikTok video I posted for more details on that. After that, I get rolling, and I have some clown make a left turn right in front of me on my right-of-way to get on to I-10, right, in the same direction as me. I'm like, what the hell are you thinking? So I don't know if he just wasn't thinking, or if he forgot that there's a difference between a green circle and a green arrow. when you're making a turn. There is a difference. Green circle is unprotected usually, and means that you have to yield right away to the opposing traffic. If you have a green arrow, it means you have a protected turn, and that means you have the right of way, and so nobody is allowed to go or whatever. And then if you have a red arrow, that means you can't make that move in that direction at all, even if it's a right turn. If you have a right red arrow, it's you actually cannot make a right on red in that situation there. A lot of people don't know that. Alright, anyway though, thankfully it wasn't like a high risk, but it was just like, dude, but I had to stop and wait for him because he made he was already onto the on-ramp. I was turning onto the on-ramp by the time I got to the ramp myself. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Then we saw a couple of crashes, and then to top it off with, we want to get into Clovis, New Mexico. I got stopped by a railroad at the railroad tracks by a couple of trains going by. And once the gates came back up, so I could cross the tracks, my truck decides it wants it wants to stop me right on top of the tracks because it thinks I'm going to collide with God knows what. If I had to guess, maybe there was some glowing, like the lights glowing off of the rails or something, and confused the radar unit or something. Either way, I had my foot on the accelerator. There's no reason it should have been reacting to me, but it did. I mean, it did. It actually overrode. It's like, doesn't matter if I got my, fuck you, Scott, I'm hitting the brakes anyway. Almost came to a complete stop when I wasn't even trying to because of that stupid thing. And thankfully I didn't have any problems there though. But now I did have a bit of a fiasco this morning, or actually last night, at Walmart DC in Pauls Valley. So for Hirschbach drivers, when you're doing cross-dock Walmart loads, like from Colton to a number of places, they got to set it up where we can do drop hooks. Now, Pauls Valley is one of the locations where we can do drop hook deliveries if it's coming from another Walmart DC like Colton, which was the case. Alright, so I picked up the load on, I think, Sunday or Saturday. Yeah, Sunday. And after I got it picked up, I got a message from, I guess, a planner saying that, hey, your appointment is set up as a drop. Go ahead and drop it anytime between the 5th at 11 a.m. and the 6th at 10 a.m. So I'm like, okay, perfect. Because I was figuring on being there at the Walmart DC in Pauls Valley at about 7 o'clock or so last night. I ended up really getting there around 9. Why are you beeping at me, camera? But anyway, I get over there, and I go check in, and then they say, yeah, your load's set up as a live unload on the 7th at 10 a.m. Like, what? Like, it is barely the 5th. Like, I'm not going to sit here waiting an hour, a day and a half, do a whole 34-hour reset after I literally just came off of home time to have that happen. So I sent a message in on my ELD here, saying, hey, what's going on here? Can you come? Because the guard actually told me, she gave me a phone number. I might have already tossed it. She gave me a phone number and 2 extensions, and she said, get your dispatch to make contact with this, the people at this number, and they should be able to set it up as drop. Well, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. I spent like half an hour waiting for nothing. So I made a phone call to my dispatch and talked to somebody there, and she said she was going to send an email out. God knows who, too. I don't know. So I just, okay, whatever. Then another like half hour goes by or whatever it was. So I've already wasted an hour of my time. And mind you, I was already concerned about trying to get up here on time as well, because my drop dead time for this pickup here is 1400, and yeah, we're going to be there a little bit over an hour late. And I totally threw off my plans on how I was going to manage my shifts, because I wanted to get up a little bit further up this direction. I wasn't going to make it all the way, because it was like from Clovis to Pauls Valley and back up to here was, I think, 760 miles or something like that. That's too much for me to do in one shift. Especially when I got cities to go through on non-interstates. I can't run full speed, and I can't even do 700 miles. But now if I'm on the interstate the entire time and not in California, I can 700 is possible. But I've done 730 a couple of times, but anything more than that's really difficult to do. And I don't normally do 700 plus unless I have a good ulterior motive to do it anyway. But whatever the case, my goal was to get up at least generally closer to here, so I can have like maybe 100, 150 or so mile trip to get up here, get the load picked up, and then get it moving somewhere. Because it's going to be going to Los Lunas, New Mexico, and Casa Grande, Arizona. So I'm going to end up taking US 54 across to get over to I-40 and Tucumcari. Anyway, I wanted to be up here so I could get like on this shift, be like already maybe in Tucumcari or Stratford, Texas, or maybe if I was lucky, even Santa Rosa, New Mexico or something, and have a real easy time, and then just run it into the receiver from there, and then the first drop there, and then do run it straight from there to the second drop. Now I got time on those between those drops, but I want to do my sitting around closer to where I need to, where my destination is, not further back than that is necessary. And especially when it's 300 and some odd mile deadhead from Pauls Valley to here. Okay, so my Google's want me to get off right here at this exit here, but I'm not going to. I probably could, but I was really planning on using the 159th Street exit. But anyway, now what caused all that problem there in Pauls Valley, though? Honestly, I don't know. Now, most drivers are going to sit there and blame their dispatch or their CSR, which is a customer service rep for our company. They're the ones who interact with the different customers. But let's look at this objectively. Can we really say for sure that the CSR caused it? I can't really say for sure. Because there are multiple hands in play there. Maybe there was some kind of communication between our CSR and Walmart, and maybe the person at Walmart who our CSR communicated with didn't actually follow through on part of their job. Or it's possible that someone else at Walmart could have gone behind that person's back who had already done the work and for some dumb reason changed it. You never know. I have, because I actually did have that happen once. I was trying to deliver, it was a drop-in, I think it was a drop-in hook in Moberly, Missouri once. And I got there, I told them I couldn't get there on time or whatever, so they had me set for, I think they had me set, same way, drop between 11 a.m. one day and 10 p.m. the next day. Alright, I got bypass signal. There's a way station right up here. But, okay, so, alright, shut up. Turn me off now. Anyway, that Moberly load, I got over there and had I tried to check in and they said, yeah, you were supposed to be here last night at 0030. I'm like, huh? No, I told my dispatch before I even picked this load up that I couldn't make that ETA. So they had set me up to drop it today and tomorrow, whatever, from my understanding. Well, yeah, they had done it. And the problem was, someone at Walmart corporate in Arkansas, from my understanding, went through there and changed things around, changed the appointment time, and then on top of that, they didn't even tell JCT about, because I was with JCT still. They didn't say anything about it to JCT, so my load info still said there was a drop-and hook at such and such date and time, whatever. And I'm looking at this JCT Hirschbach driver right here. Not even paying attention, you jackass. Alright, then make a right turn here on the Lone Elm Road. Then make another right down the street, and another right. And then finally a left. But anyway, yeah, it turned out that whole fiasco was caused by Walmart and not by my people. And my people even said that, they confirmed that Walmart did it, and that they were going to charge detention for it because me having to sit an extra day to finally get rid of the load because Walmart's screwing that up. So now I found out because in our Facebook group today or last night, whatever, another driver. They didn't say where they were at or who the customer was, but they had pretty much identical problem, and it's not rocket science here. I'm pretty sure it was a Walmart load. I don't know if it was to Paul's Valley or somewhere else. I just know it was supposed to be. It was set as a drop-in hook. They posted a screenshot of the thing showing that. Yeah, that it was in for live load and unload, and which meant that it was supposed to be a drop-in hook, and then they find out the hard way that it's not. And in my case, I ended up sitting around in the parking lot in that dirt lot across the street from the receiver in Paul's Valley, and waited for some kind of update, and it took a while. Oh, got green arrow anyways there, so. Alright, so. I'm sitting there waiting a few hours on what's now becoming my long split / 10-hour break or whatever it was going to end up being. I figured on it being a long split, but I ended up turning it into a 10-hour break in conjunction with the delivery. Sue me for cheating, if you want to call it that. But, yeah. Anyway, what was I getting at with that? Anyway, our Facebook group conversation, I know a couple of the drivers in there were basically blaming it on Hirschbach or people at Hirschbach. I'm like, no, not necessarily the case. It's possible. I'm inclined to agree with them, but I'm not going to sit there and point fingers at anybody at Hirschbach if I don't know for sure that they actually did it. There's another one of ours right there. Like I said, I had that one fiasco where it was actually Walmart that caused it. I had another one that was also caused by Walmart. So, yeah, just don't don't be so quick to lay blame on the company, because I don't like this company I'm driving for. That's what a lot of times ends up happening. And be open-minded, objective. What are the real possibilities? Just because the first one that comes to mind doesn't mean it's the one and only possibility that exists. But a lot of people don't use enough brain power to look at things objectively. Alright, so we are here. Lineage Logistics. About 4 or 5 trucks in the dock doors, plus another one parked. Alright, so we're going to get checked in here, and it should be a drop and hook. It's supposed to be, at least my load info says it's supposed to be preloaded. We'll see if that really works that way, though. Alright guys, we're going to slide our tandems real quick, and there we go. What's up with this? My trailer brake valve was acting a little weird. Just the red knob part of it. Okay, so we're going to drop our trailer first over here in this row over here. As usual, there's a ton of room here if you've never been here before. It's super easy, straight back setup everywhere. Even the dock doors are that easy. Okay, I'm eyeballing that opening right there next to that Fry Miller trailer. I think that's a Fry Miller. Yeah, it sure is. Yep, that'll work. Okay, I got tandems all the way back, so I need to start my turn a little bit later. About that. Look at that, perfect. Right there, right in front of the spot. Yeah, I want it to go that way a little bit more. Alright, let's get this bad boy dropped. Oops. Forgot to go into yard move status. Alright guys, we should be disconnected from the trailer now. Yep, we are. Oh, get out of there. There we go. Alright. Now we're in yard move status. We're going to drive around to the other side of the building and we'll get checked in now. Alright, so anyway, with that load in Pauls Valley, they ended up getting me rescheduled for this morning at 6:06 or whatever it was instead. So I'm still questioning, well, why did I get told at all that it was a drop and hook if it wasn't actually a drop and hook? Who dropped the ball? You know, did the CSR at Hirschbach screw up and tell me it was a drop and hook when they hadn't actually made that arrangement with Walmart yet? Or did they make that arrangement, but like I said, Walmart didn't follow through on their side of the work? Or did they do it, but a third person at Walmart go behind them and change it? I don't know. So I'm not going to sit there and point fingers at CSR, and it's really stupid when I see a driver blaming an entire company, like the whole trucking company, over the actions of one individual. Yeah, like they directed that individual to do that. No, that person didn't do their job right. It happens. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes sometimes. If you think that you don't ever make mistakes yourself, you're sadly mistaken. You're a narcissist if you think that you don't make any mistakes. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and back in right here next to this Solomon trailer or whatever this thing is. I don't know if that's Solomon or... And then right there where those two guys are standing is the shipping office. Alright guys, we are checked in and got bills. Now let's go find our trailer. Be looking for Balls 48. Balls would be that's kind of not so politically correct way to refer to zeros. It's something, one of the ways we would refer to our trailer, to our aircraft or tech data numbers and stuff when I was an aircraft mechanic. Usually it's down there on that end, but I still gotta check these because it could be over here. I do see most of these have their reefer units running, so, and there are a number of Hirschbach trailers sitting here. No, so far nothing. Absolutely nothing. No. Oh, there it is, right there. Right next to that Raider Express trailer. Okay. Alrighty. I didn't even look at how heavy it is. Yeah, 27,000 pounds is what I think it says. I got two stops. I gotta see if that's just the one of the two stops or if that's both of them combined. We'll review that while we're here doing a pre-trip. And alright, let's... I want to be feeling pressure on that fifth wheel already, and I'm not really. I thought I felt, yeah, I definitely got pressure now. I thought I had a little bit there. It might have been, but I don't want to assume and find out I was wrong. So, yeah, now we're good. Definitely hooked in. Okay. Yeah, I had to raise my airbags up first. Okay, so we'll get this pre-tripped in. We'll be out of here rolling pretty soon here. Alright guys, we are ready to roll here. So I noticed while... Hello, can't hear you. I like fucking with people like that, and when they, can anybody hear me? Like, no. I do it to my friends on the phone all the time, too. Like my friend David or Daniel. They'll say, can you hear, are you there? Like, no. There are a couple times I've gotten them or other people where they think that where they think that I really can't hear them, but they don't process that, oh, how am I able to answer you if I can't hear you? It's a fun time, just seeing if they're paying attention. Alright. So, I already talked about where we're going with this thing. It's going to Los Lotos, New Mexico, and to Las Cruces, Casa Grande, Arizona. And it really is only a 27,000 pound load. I didn't send the departure yet. I sent my document stuff, whatever, but I didn't send the loaded call because I want to see if the truck actually performs like 60-ish thousand pound truck. I mean, my load gauge here, suspension gauge, does give me the impression that it's correct, but I want to drive with this thing too and confirm that it really is, like, because I don't want to find out that it's like some tail heavy load when, because the suspension gauge is down at like 26, 27 or so, 26. About what I'd expect from that. Starting a little bit busy. Alrighty, guys, let's get it rolling here. So I'm gonna call it a day pretty soon and pretty quickly here. It's just after 4 p.m. local time now. That was a pretty quick and simple pickup there. Is that Smithfield? It's like I keep seeing all these trailers with that letter A on the front of them. I'm like, who is that? The Smithfield tractor pulling that one. Alright, so we're going to take the same way out of here that I just took in. I don't necessarily need to scale it, but I at least want to see if, like I said, if the truck performs like a 60,000 pound truck. So far so good, but need to get accelerating up to higher speed. Then we'll figure out if we want to scale it just to be sure or call it good. What's that? I don't have a movable fifth wheel, so did they actually make that road go through now? Huh. Maybe. All right. Anyway. Okay, so Los Olathe, actually both these next two deliveries, I swear the trailer's leaning to the left. Why is that? And I'm trying to figure out what that noise was too. Yeah, the trailer's definitely leaning in that direction. I didn't see any debris from like any tire problems, whatever. I had to check for air ride problems and stuff like that too. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call this one a day though. Otherwise, I'll look into what's going on with this thing as soon as I find a safe place to check it out, double check, and we'll call it a day, right? So, alright, like I said, I don't really plan on vlogging either Casa Grande or Los Olathe, so I'll probably see you guys wherever I'm picking up after I'm done with Casa Grande. Alright, that's all I got. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys on the next one.